Okay,
Lord,
Eureka is trying to call in.
Eureka, call in, love.
you hear?
God damn.
Mm. And that's what I be talking about. You hear what the problem is all the time. All the time. It's either they way or the highway. So you normalize single parenting and co-parenting. So you still get the benefits of having a man in your life and a kid's life instead of keeping your family together.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part about it. And granddaddy, y'all, we'll talk about how granddaddy had families outside or all these things, but the woman knew the man's nature was possibly dealing with other women, especially when the woman is unfaithful inside the household or lazy. If a lot of women ain't showing up in households, would you rather, my sister, if you're the president of the United States, to keep families together and that man go out every now and then get his thing, do his thing because the sister's lazy, or would you rather them separate their families and we just keep having single parent households that's broken? What would you do if you're the president?
I think I
Wait,
would have to
hold
go with
on,
the first
Eureka.
one because I don't think I want a country full of broken families.
Like, and that's what the world is now.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
And
Eureka, what's the word, my G?
Good afternoon, Darius. How are
Oh,
you?
God. Hello.
Good afternoon. I think staying together for the sake of the children after you've tried numerous times is insane.
Ugh. Another
It's the
quarter.
definition of insanity. No, because of the children, I'm willing to stand in the paint and try to fight for my relationship. I would probably take a little more than I probably would, but at the end of the day, if you're not happy, we're not happy, it's making me miserable. We're gonna have to part ways and both be there
All I
amicably,
hear is
amicably for
me.
our
Me,
children.
me, me,
It's not
me.
about it's not about me. And it's not a selfish thing. Peace of mind is priceless.
No, listen,
How do you think?
you
How do you think the kids are sitting back looking at their parents arguing every day?
they
Their
first of
mother
all,
and their
they
father.
shouldn't be.
You
Okay?
think your children see and know more than you think they know?
I think
Oh,
y'all
they
tell them more
absolutely
than they
do.
need to know. A
No,
lot
no, no.
of
They can see it all. You can look at a person in their eyes and see that they're not there. They're not happy.
but you
Mommy
couldn't
is
look at your
miserable.
husband and realize that you were making him miserable.
No, the thing is, my husband needed to give me a reason to stay. Instead of going through the same things over and over and over again, be the man that I needed you to be. Hear what I'm saying to you. There is a problem. Try to take this. I will try, but if it's not working, it is insane
I don't
to
I
stay
think
with
y'all don't
someone.
have no true sense of what a real commitment or vow
Yes,
or
2K. I've been married twice. I've been married twice, 2K. And my husband, God rest his soul, was my second husband, was perfect. I had it, everything was good. But the thing is this, I had my first husband, we were high school sweethearts. I had to realize, okay, this has run its course. We're not happy. It's insane for us to stay together. You're miserable, I'm miserable. How is this benefiting our family if we're both miserable and our heart is no longer in it?
so you
We've
so
tried.
you telling me
We've
that the kids, and I don't want to really get into your business, so I'm probably I'm not, but I'm just saying, rarely
it's
do the kids have a better time after the parents divorce.
it's not about.
The kids. That's what.
No, no,
Please
no.
don't say that.
It's absolutely about the kids. Don't get it's
How is it
absolutely
about the
about
kids
kids.
if you left the relationship for
It's
yourself?
it is absolutely about the kids. It's all about family, and it's not just about me. I'm looking at the fact that both of us are miserable. We both have
Listen,
tried.
what?
We
Listen, okay,
cannot get to that
but
point.
Eureka, he was willing to suffer for his kids. You
No,
wasn't.
he's not willing. He's not willing to. You can't. No, you can't make it. See, you come from a one-sided perspective.
I'm
You
not.
try to make it seem like the women are just willing to throw in a towel. 9 times out of 10, women are putting up with way more than they probably should.
Okay,
Like
Way
what?
more.
so ask yourself this: how many times do women leave a problem and then go live a life with no problems at all?
Women stay and put up with more than they normally would, especially if there are children involved. But at the end of the day, like I said, give me a reason to stay. And if you can't, then we need to part ways gradually, talk to our children together, and let them know that there will be no love lost.
I
Mommy and
I
daddy will
just
not
want
be
y'all to
together.
retire that phrase that I die for my children. That's all I want y'all to
I
do.
would absolutely die for all of
No,
my
you
children.
wouldn't. You wouldn't stay with your
Absolutely, I
child
would.
daddy for the children, bro. That gave
No,
him the
that
best
is
opportunity in
just
life, and you
you know
took
what?
that away.
At the end of being a mom, I'm still a human being. I'm an
You a
individual,
mama
and I had
first.
wants, and I had. I'm a.
Yo, how do yo? Okay, if you are a mother first, how do you override you being the mother and giving your child the best chance possible?
How do I give my children 100% of everything that they need from me if I am miserable and I am not happy? It does not make sense.
Happiness. You can't. Hold on. So you mean to tell me you can't do nothing if you not feeling happy? You go to work every day mad.
No.
Yeah.
You're looking at you need to look at the bigger
picture. I'm looking at the bigger picture. Y'all be miserable everywhere else.
Why would you stay in a situation where you're both miserable?
The kids make them miserable too, Tukay.
Don't like each other. All it's going to do is build resentment, and you are insane and out of your mind if you don't think those children cannot see it and pick up on it, on those vibes.
Okay.
They know. They just don't say anything.
Sure. The kids don't be knowing nothing about nothing, but they picking up on vibes only because it's
Ladarius,
you. Like
Ladarius, it's okay to be wrong sometimes.
No, Eureka. So y'all think about this, right? Do the kids not know, or do they not get this sense, this spider sense when they dad is miserable? Or nobody gives a fuck? Because dad been miserable, right? And that didn't affect the kids one so big.
They can tell that both mommy and daddy are miserable. And then you know what? Little pictures have big ears, Tukay. At the end of the day, they're going to sit back and when they grow up and get in relationships, they're going to think that this twisted ass way that my mother and father stay together, that's what I'm supposed to do. Somewhere along the line, the cycle has to be broken and they need to see a happy
the cycle ain't broken, the family is. And that's the cycle that keep on going and keep on going.
Just because we are not together does not mean that the family is
broken. You show me somebody who didn't have both, and I show you the disadvantage of it.
Just because we are not together in a sense, we're not living in the same household.
Ali got a question for you.
If that's the case, why do we complain about so many miserable people today? And it's crazy how women go from if we use the sons alone, they go from loving their son to despising men. There's so many women that got sons that can't stand men. So the what's her name? Just so hilarious. Just said that she would look at her son and see the father. Like in a way, y'all raise the kids or the boys and girls till you resent them. There's a lot of boys and girls who can't stand their mama, and we end up miserable people who can't create relationships with each other. So y'all taught society to quit on each other, resent each other, and reject each other. You didn't do what was in the best interest of the kids, and you didn't do what's in the best interest of the family. That's why a lot of people can't create families today. Y'all keep talking about how you feel and what's best for you, and you want to be the leader of this society and relationships, and look how horrible relationships are today because y'all lead the relationship.
And again, I say the resentment built up. And it was no more there. If she spent too much time, she stayed too much time in that space of hate and disdain for that husband, the husband or the baby's father. I think
the problem is, I think y'all don't care much about failure, right? You talking about resentment. Let's talk about failure. You
cannot live for everybody else. You do not need validation from everybody else.
No, lead it for yourself. You went through a marriage that didn't work. You was a failure. You failed. Not only did you fail yourself, you failed your child.
Absolutely not. And my children didn't miss a beat. College graduates, they went on a life, and they know that their mother and father to this day still remain best friends.
Listen, so
we realized that we weren't good together.
I'm not speaking directly towards you. Okay, so I'm speaking in general, okay? Because I don't know your situation. But what I was saying, like, the things that you are measuring it on is things that only a woman would call an accomplishment. Like them graduating. If my son graduated today, that is not an accomplishment to me.
What do you mean?
If all of my kids graduate college, that is not an accomplishment to me. I don't even got my degree hanging on the wall. It's not an accomplishment. That's what you value to be accomplished, a degree. That man, he probably Eureka, because I can't keep talking to you and I don't want it to be about you. So I'm just gonna respectfully concede the conversation because I don't want you to think and fracture the relationship.
Oh, Ladarius, you're the best.
All right, thank you, Ms. Eureka.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, because it's gonna sound personal because it's almost a one-on-one situation, but it's just the generality of the conversation that's so common. What people are judging their kids in success, ain't success. The degree that they got is null and void if you a fucked up human. If you a man that don't stand on your word. If you a woman with 300 bodies, your degree means shit to anyone. If you a man that can't provide, your degree don't mean shit. So what, you got a degree? So what, you got a degree, you got 300 bodies? Nobody gives a fuck. Kai, Ali, y'all got something to say about this, man?
Yeah, absolutely. So they play both sides. They're opportunists. Like if the woman now has a single mama, she's a strong, independent woman. But if now the man has a baby, he's a baby daddy. If a man has his bag, educated, a powerful man, a reputable man, hey, that don't mean nothing. You're not emotionally available. You're not emotionally intelligent. You ain't got no family. Where your woman at? They will brag about all the things that have nothing to do with two healthy human beings being together and sustaining a relationship in the family. Though most of their kids got families, can most of their kids sustain healthy relationships with other people, friends, or a lover? Like, they're saying that to what makes them feel good. It's all about their feelings. Everything is their feelings, and they rewrite history to validate everything that they do, even if it's destructive to society. So it's whatever they say goes. That's why so many men will listen to their mama, because they was raised by their mama. If we talking about single parent households, even if you have a 2-parent household or a man that's involved, the mother still takes control of how that kid is raised. The fact that she said that kid was still the lady before this lady was even talking about that her children was demonstrating aggressive behaviors while y'all were together, in front of what man? In front of what daddy? Unless you get in front of that father and go, don't touch my kids. And that's a lot of women that do that until that kid gets old enough and now it's going towards you, and you either call the daddy to do something to the kid, or you kick them kids out for the boyfriend or the stepdaddy. Everything's for the kids until you kicking them out their house.
That's a fact. We got one more caller, y'all. Hello?
Hi, I think I might be late on the live. Are y'all still talking about the Just Hilarious?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I just wanted to ask, because I was a person that actually grew up in a 2-parent household where physical abuse to my mother was a thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. I also grew up in a 2-parent household where my dad was cheating. He was a minister of music, and I'm not going to give too much, folks like to lift people up, but he was a minister of music. So he was a church hoe. Okay. So my mom was dealing with having to show up at church knowing that he didn't sleep with probably everybody in the row behind her, the sneaker. My mom dealt with a lot in this form of staying for the child, to the point where me and my brother were begging my mom, like, leave this nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, this nigga don't do you no good. This nigga is cheating on you. This nigga is literally holding frying pans to your head. We've seen it. He's dragging you down the stair just because you won't allow him to leave the house and go cheat on someone that was supposed to be, quote unquote, our auntie, that you placed in our life as an auntie figure whole time. You know, black folks, that's your auntie, but that's not really your auntie. But whole time, you having sex with this lady on the low. So it's so much abuse as a child that I had to endure and that I had to see, to the point where I'm begging my mama, hey, just go ahead and leave this nigga, because at this point, it's diminishing you. You can't even function. You can't even go to work. You can't, because you're dealing with all of this in the phrase of what? For us? Don't do it for us, because we telling your ass to hit the road, Jack, because he don't care about you. He's not that. So it's like, I understand y'all's point of view as far as staying for a child, because if it is a healthy co-parenting situation or a healthy situation and y'all don't have no reason to leave, as a woman, no, don't just leave the man, or as a man, don't just leave the woman just because y'all are happy, because I do feel like happiness is limited. Like you said, you could be happy right now, and 5 minutes later you sad boohoo crying because you didn't watch the video on YouTube. It's temporary. So I wouldn't say that leaving someone for satisfaction of just their happiness, no. But when you come to having kids growing up in households where I'm now damn near 30 years old, and I can recollect when I was not even in high school and I saw my daddy hold a frying pan up to my mama. As a 30-year-old, as a child, I should not have those memories of my father or of my mother being abused. I shouldn't have that. I shouldn't have to go through that. I shouldn't have to live through that. I shouldn't have to now navigate my dating life and unlearn traumatic things because of the household that my mom positioned us in and kept us in, all because of that quote unquote stay for the children. And mind you, my parents had been together since before my mom was even 20 years old. So this is a relationship this was a long-standing relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's just like, at some point, like how we had to decipher, like you were like, telling somebody to make a list on Facebook of like what's okay for us to talk about. Is it okay for us to talk about disability? I feel like that's the same thing in this essence.
I'm here to tell you, like, your mama, bro. I hate to break this to you, but your mama won't stand with him because of y'all. She was going through that before y'all was even thought of. That's what she was into.
Oh, for sure.
She knew your dad had hoes. And I'm not saying that your dad should have been abusive by no stretch of the imagination. That was wrong, and I apologize on the behalf of all men. But that's what she was into. She wasn't staying with him. She wasn't taking ass whoopings or being cheated on for y'all. That's what she wanted. So that's very different. That wasn't for y'all. That was for her. If it was really for y'all, she wouldn't have procreated with a man that was whooping her ass and cheating on her from the get-go. So that's what you got to live with. Hold on, Ali want to lace you with some words.
And another thing is, this is what, and not saying that's what you're doing, sister, but this is what I typically hear. Let's say I met a woman and she was the love of my life, and then I found out she was on OnlyFans or a prostitute. I'm not going to then turn back around and tell people to be wary or risky of what's happening in most households and push people from getting married to each other, because I know that's a minority of a situation. So if that's what your father was doing, I would think everybody on this panel, majority of people, would concede that your mother should get away from that situation where somebody's putting a frying pan against her head. But most men don't do that. But what's ironic about what you're saying, because when we had these conversations, it make me think even more. If a man leaves, he broke a household. It's not, nobody cares about his feelings or his happiness or self-love and happiness. But when a woman leaves, they care about self-love and happiness. If it's appropriate for you to leave the man to do what's in the interest of children and to do what's in the best interest of you, if you're saying that men pose a threat to marriages, if man is just busting y'all down and using y'all for y'all bodies, and we feel like you pose a threat to our health and our love and our happiness, shouldn't we just not leave y'all alone and get married too? Shouldn't we as a society just not promote marriage at all? Since you doing wrong by me and I'm doing wrong by you, we just keep having sex with each other.
Right. And this is the thing. And that's why I said men and women should both leave due to A, B, C, and D, because there are aspects where a man has a legitimate reason to leave. So I'm not in this conversation saying that only.
No, but did you know what the problem with that is? If we make that agreement and we say we're gonna be friends, we're gonna be cordial, we're gonna be civil, we're gonna just show up with each other to have sex. You take care of yourself, you take care of me. The woman is gonna be the first person to break down to want to have a relationship and to get resources and protection from the man. Y'all flip so many, and again, it's not against you. I'm saying women in general. You may be the special woman. In general, women can't. Women, that's why it's a man's word. It's not a woman's word. Women can't keep their word. That's why they say, hey, be a man of your word, Tukay. Be a man of your word, Ali. It ain't no be a woman of your word. My sister, what's your name up here?
Kai.
They'll never say Kai be a woman of your word. What they'll go is, that's Kai was just a woman. She was just a woman. She was being emotional. She left. That's what just women do. Y'all are justified and validated for making bad decisions and still called a woman. But we got to be good men and good leaders 24/7. When are women in general going to identify that y'all leave? Y'all pick every reason to leave instead of picking all the reasons to stay.
And I agree with that. But that also comes into term with what women are you having conversations with? Because on the aspect of actually talking to an educated woman who has actually gone through the process of unlearning what no longer serves her is not going to face you with those types of adversities.
Listen to that word right there. We can't build off of society where she only doing stuff that serves her.
But if a woman is unlearning something, she's unlearning it because of course, the same way a man will unlearn a behavior. Everybody unlearns behaviors because it's no longer serving them. So I'm not speaking just off of what a woman is doing. I'm speaking off of what both people should be doing. And what I'm saying is y'all are coming from it at a standpoint of like, well, women. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I understand that because I'm a woman. So I understand the woes of a woman. But I also am just trying to just say, like, the book in totality is not a negative thing, because the truth of the matter is we are living in a society where there are co-parenting relationships, and I feel like that is also important.
So look at
I'm not saying
society. Look at society.
I'm not saying that it's right, but since that's what we're going through, should we not have someone who is telling women like, hey, and men, let's unlearn these negative behaviors.
Hey, sister, what's your name? What's your name?
She don't got to reveal her name, but he asked.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Shania, that's my name.
Okay.
But,
hey, Shania, this is how y'all change the narrative. Y'all are telling men that they're making baby mamas and single mothers every single day. Then you'll turn right back around and write a book about how co-parenting is healthy. How we should push a society where it's okay to have a separate household where everybody still kind of come together. That is her. No, ma'am.
Was about the negative things that she was doing and how she had to learn to stop being so negative. And so that's what I'm saying. I can listen to a woman that can sit on a panel and say, hey, I've been wrong in my co-parenting relationship, and now that I have taken the proper steps to no longer be a toxic woman and no longer look at my child and be like, damn, that's just, like she said, now I'm in a place where now I need to teach other women that, okay, that's not okay. And I feel like that's not.
But she's still promoting. I gotta get you up out of here, Nye. Yeah. But she's still.
Y'all have a great day.
All right, you have a good day too, Nye.
Yeah, so she should teach women to close their legs. She should teach women how to bring something that benefits a man, and you're not dealing with a man for something that solely benefits you. You shouldn't be pushing co-parenting. If that's the last case scenario where you did this man so bad that he don't want to be with you, then you respect the man, try to co-parent and be civil and cordial with the man. But she should be promoting wives. She should be promoting women that man can benefit from. She should promote women that come to the table ready to be and perform for her children and the family. That co-parenting is just to make themselves look good.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's you still having that's you still being able to look good and say, hey, me and my baby dad, we are cordial with each other for the kids, and we doing great. That's basically you saying, hey, I fucked up, but not that bad. But in reality, if y'all was doing so great, y'all would still be with each other for the child. Because if y'all could do that for the child, y'all could be with each other for the child. I think cause like it's me overall. Now, if my wife wanted to leave me, she got full range to leave me, right? But I'm never going to be the one to break up the family unit. I tell you that. Because I already know these same problems I'm having with you, the next chick gonna give it to me probably 3 times worse. I'm committed. I got a duty here.
I kind of want to, Q had a question in the comments. She was asking, so like you guys are, telling us and listing out like what women should do. Like what do y'all feel like men should do in order to keep the household together as
I think we've been doing it. Let's be honest, okay? We have adjusted to all y'all bullshit. Literally made adjustments to every last thing that y'all had threw of us. You remember once upon a time, in order for y'all to get married, y'all had to be virgins? You know what we get today? We get a bunch of pre-fuck pussy. She already got 2 kids, 2 baby daddies, and that's what we got to pick from. We have been adjusting like a motherfucker. So don't say we ain't put in these efforts to make it a choice. I think, they always ask, okay, if you ask a man today, what are you getting from marriage? And a man can't really say shit. That's because when you was getting married back then and the women were virgins, you was getting your own special lady. This was yours and yours only. The claim to the game was none of y'all niggas can say I had this.
Yeah. Yes. And add some more, Tukay. Add some more. Hey, sister, if when women young and growing up, they got 100 men that would marry them, take care of them, be suckers for them, but they not crazy about them. She'd rather have sex with the guy that say, I'll never marry you, but she crazy about him. Y'all spend all y'all time trying to chase after dudes that don't want y'all, but y'all have sex with, but you won't be with all the men that want to be with y'all that will give y'all everything that you're not crazy about. Then when you get old and you start getting wrinkly and you start losing your beauty, you try to circle the block and go back and get that dude that wanted you. He go, oh, now you want me. I'm a little bit more established. I got the kinks out my armor a little bit. Now that everybody done ran through you, you want to settle down with me, and you still ain't gonna be crazy about me.
Nah, my
you
what?
Just want the benefit of being a wife.
I leave. They done updated the playbook. What they doing now is They going to get the young bulls. All right, now keep this in mind. This the irony of this. When they was 16, she won't fuck with a 16-year-old boy because he act like a little boy. So she go get with the older man. Then she get old and then go fuck with the goddamn the younger boy now. For some reason, when she was 16, the young boys weren't mature enough, but now that she 54 on her way to 50, the young bulls are winning. All of a sudden, they mature. So, you still muted, Ali.
Tukay, because they don't know they was a hoe. They don't know they past. They don't know who she been with. They don't know she run through. She this new polished version of a woman that may be coming through and trying to act like looking like the mama or the woman they was looking for as well too when they was young or as they growing up for a mature woman. But they don't know what that woman been through too. But the dudes that we was growing up with, all the men we were growing up in the neighborhood, they know exactly who she was. So she get to repackage and rebrand herself for the young boys who are excited to be around older women because the younger girls don't want them either. That's the crazy thing. The younger girls don't want the guys they age. They want the older men. That's a fact. And then they call the older men predators because they dealing with younger women, but you want an older man. So it's crazy. Soon as the women start dealing with younger men now, oh, she looking for love. Hey, she empowering herself. It's crazy, man. We can't do nothing right. They can't do nothing wrong.
And that's fine, man. Cause we had zeros on the shot clock. So hey, whatever. This the life that we live. And I'm not mad at women for taking advantage of what they taking advantage of. I'm just saying, like, the promotion of co-parenting, I think that's sick. I think I'm putting that right up there with being a stepdad. I'm just saying, I don't like the co-parenting shit. Like, if y'all can do all that shit, y'all can be together at this point. Man, give your children the best choice in life. If you don't think that this dude is going to be a good parent, please don't have the baby.
Hey, I think, Tukay, you said the greatest thing you can do, AKA, is give your child a father. The greatest thing you can give your child, the greatest thing you can do for your child is give them a mother. But if you ain't going to listen to the dude, submit to the dude, cooperate with the dude, why the hell you letting him inside of you and let you bust inside of you and have his kid? It makes no sense. How you having children and having sex with men you won't listen to? It makes no sense.
I remember that one girl, man. She was, goddamn me, she was complaining about, like, I wouldn't let her go through my phone. I was like, damn, you just let me fuck you raw. Like, you don't trust me? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit. You just let me fuck you raw, but you mad because I want to let you go through the phone. Like, it's crazy, bro, but it is what it is, man. That's the life we live, man. Got to hold it down. Ali, how can people find you, bro?
Ilkan Ali or on Team Fatty. We part of the Untouchables, man. We doing shows every Friday, every Sunday, and doing shows throughout the week. But our main shows on Friday and Sunday. Friday is the super panel. Sunday is the ladies first. But if you just look up my name, Ilkan Ali, ILKAN space ALI, you'll find me, and you'll find me on Team Fatty as well too, man. Part of the Untouchables. Man.
Okay. When we bust it down, we'll be sure to clip you and tag you and everything too, bro.
Absolutely. I'll tag you and stuff too as well. You already know that. Collaborating and everything, man.
Absolutely. Man, it's been an honor, man, once again.
Hey, what? It was a pleasure, man. 2K, I don't go on people's shows. So,
I ain't never seen you on nobody's show when I come to think about it.
I'm showing love the way there's love. If there's love, I'll come on people's shows. That's where I go. But I don't be going on people's shows like that no more, man. The reciprocation it don't be right in these spaces. So if I know you about love, man, you good people, man. And it may things people may disagree with you on. It might be things I disagree with you on a little bit too, but we should all come together as brothers and sisters on a common goal of getting our people to do better, you know?
That's a fact, man.
Don't forget to subscribe and watch us Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel.